I took her right then and there, right on the conservatory steps. And when she turned to me midway through, perhaps a little towards the end actually, and looked up into my eyes, I could see that she was crying.
Probably from the sheer futility of her life at that point.
I wouldn't doubt it, my dear. So, how's this for gripping storytelling and all true?
Mr. Huddlesworth.
Oh, please call me Toot Toot. My grandchildren do.
Mr. Huddlesworth, let me see if I have all the facts correct from this story that you have just put on me.
Go right ahead.
You claim that in 1985, you and Dame Judi Dench...
She was then simply Jude's.
You and Dame Judi Dench arrived at a fashionable restaurant at roughly the same time. Irritated that you'd been passed over by the hostess who chose to attend to Miss Dench, you took the opportunity, while Dame Judi was distracted, to place your hand upon her breast, thinking you would go unpunished by blaming a faulty equilibrium brought on by childhood ear trauma.
Genius.
But when Miss Dench turned her rather intimidating gaze upon you, you panicked and blamed the whole incident on, and here I feel I simply must quote you, a rather swarthy-looking fellow standing near the urn.
He looked suspicious, yes.
As the man who later turned out to be a young M. Night Shyamalan was being escorted from the premises by the police, you insisted on buying Miss Dench a gin Ricky. One thing led to another. You took her home for a night of passion, which was shaping up to be, when I felt impelled to stop you, something directly lifted from Lord of the Flies. Written, of course, by the very talented Sir William Golding.
Low blow, Butterscotch.
Are you making these stories up as you go, Mr. Huddlesworth, or is this some sort of prolonged seizure?
Odds are it's a little bit of both, my dear. And I have a question for you.
What is it?
When are we gonna make it?
What?
Come now. We're both adults. Your eyes have been stroking me like a kitten since we first met. You're like an unaccompanied 50-year-old man at an Ariana Grande concert. You don't really belong there, but the thrill of it won't let you leave. You want my chicken on your waffles so bad you're already reaching for the syrup, and I can't say I blame you, my dear, but you're here to do a job, and I thank you to maintain our professional relationship until that job is finished. Now, do I scream until the nurse comes, or do you write down every single word I say like I was Jesus giving you the secret directions to a hot tub party thrown by the good Lord himself?
I think that...
That's not a real question. Now, as I was saying, there we were on the conservatory steps, Jude's and I, and she looked back at me with her eyes wide and yet tinged with a certain je ne sais quoi. She was wearing a perfume I didn't care for, and I said so in a sensual way. Not the most perfect time for critiques, I can see that now in retrospect, but she seemed to take it well. You want my chicken on your waffles so bad you're already reaching for the surface? You want my chicken on your waffles so bad you're already reaching for the surface. You want my chicken on...
You claim that in 1985... Sorry.